Welcome to the Reddit Chronicles. Today we will be reading from relationship advice. Our first post is by Reasonable Buddy. I am 28, slept with my wife's younger sister F26. Have we ruined our family? I've ruined my life. I slept with my wife's younger sister. I am 28, my wife who I've been with since I was 15 passed away from cancer 2 years ago. She was my best friend and such an amazing person. The absolute best. She made me a better person. Without her here, I felt so depressed. Last weekend I got very drunk with my wife's younger sister 26 while hanging out, and we ended up kissing and having sex without a condom. I screwed up. I betrayed my wife, I betrayed her family. And I feel disgusting. I am disgusted with myself for it being with her sister. My sister-in-law and I have been really close since my wife passed as friends. We hang out weekly and talk on the phone daily. She's been the person I can go to for hugs and to cry and talk about good memories of my wife. It's never been anything romantic, just a really good friend, a good family member. She's so awesome. My mother and father passed when I was in high school, so my wife's parents have been there for me as parent figures since I was 15. They invite me to family dinners a couple times a month and treat me like I was their son. I fear I've lost it all because they are gonna think I'm scum who slept with both of their daughters. And I know I deserve to lose them when they find out. I deserve their hate and not to be considered family anymore. 2 days ago, I spoke to my wife's sister, and we were both apologetic about what happened. She went on to tell me that she has some romantic feelings for me and has them for about a year. She said she would only pursue them if I were comfortable with it. She started listing all the things she thinks are great about me, and we kissed again. I told her I needed space and time to think, and she has been very respectful of that. My wife was the only sexual partner I had ever been with, so don't know if that's playing a role in my feelings. But yeah, I like her and she makes me feel happy, and she's truly a good friend. I just see her as someone who is amazing, who is gonna be an awesome mom and wife to someone. She's beautiful, and I can't look at her like a sister anymore, even when I try. I know my wife would hate me right now. I talked to my mother-in-law yesterday, who talked to about everything, and I felt like a piece of crap not telling her what happened with myself and her daughter. Now I'm a liar too, on top of everything. The worst part is, yes, I would like to explore my feelings. Yes, I have strong feelings for her. I didn't realize I did, but I do. But I know how messed up that is. I don't know how to move forward. I don't want to lose my family. I don't want to lose her. I don't want to disrespect the memory of my wife. I'm such a piece of crap. Our next post is by Throwaway. I, 21F, accidentally read some of my girlfriend's 22F messages. Now I feel betrayed and have no idea what I'm supposed to do. Where do I go from here? My girlfriend and I have been together for about a year. I thought this relationship had been like a dream. We get along so well, and she's really gorgeous, both with her personality and her looks. But I read some messages she had been sending to a friend, and I regret it more than anything. I was staying with her for a couple of days and my phone had died, and she said I could just use hers while she was in the shower. We often use each other's phones, and I respect her privacy and would never read her notifications or anything like that, and she knows that. But while I was reading something, a notification came up with my name in it, so I had a brief look at it out of interest. And what I read completely shocked me. Just a disclaimer that English is my third language, so I'm sorry if this is confusing in any way. My girlfriend had gone through a phase when she was younger where she had a lot of casual sex. I had been aware of that, and previously I hadn't been bothered by it. Where we live has a very significant drinking culture, and so those sorts of things are bound to happen. I had never done anything like that. I didn't mind that she had. She had told me the people that she had sex with, and they were mainly distant friends or other students. As far as I was aware, no people she is particularly close with or sees often. So really, I had no reason to be concerned. But reading through those messages, she had been talking to a friend about people she had sex with, and essentially rating it and them as a joke. It turns out there were several people she had slept with who she still sees often and even stays with them sometimes. And the stuff she said about me was really upsetting. She said I was so boring to have sex with, and that anyone would think I was a confused straight girl. She also said that my chest was so small, and that I look so straight and even taste straight, which doesn't make any sense. Not to mention, she always has guys trying to hit on her and asking about her boyfriend, so clearly she looks straight too. And that isn't even a bad thing. I think she's beautiful. She also talked about some of her other friends and how good they were at sex, and how she'd sleep with them again if she wasn't dating me. She also talked a lot about a friend she sees a lot and often stays with because she lives a far distance away, and she was going on about how it was the best sex she had ever had and how gorgeous she is. I feel really numb, not only because she had lied to me about something so significant, but also because she said those things about me. I have no idea what in the world I am supposed to do. I almost want to just forget about them, but I don't think I'll ever be able to see her the same again after finding out what she thinks of me. I love her so much, and our relationship had brought so much happiness to my life, but now I really don't know anymore. Our next post is by Boobs Are Cool. My partner, 32M, told me he needed to see the girl who got away to close that door. Is there any way I, 26F, can move past this? Am I stupid to even try? I've been seeing this guy for about 9 months. I have really enjoyed dating him, and everything was going pretty smooth until now. He is a medical student, so very busy schedule, but we've been making it work. His breaks from class are when we get to spend most of our time together, and he's currently on spring break. Well, he comes to town to see me and tells me that we need to talk, and that there was a girl he briefly dated 8 years ago. They didn't end on the best of terms, which he said always bothered him for some reason. He then tells me that he was out of town and met her to briefly talk, and she tried to come on to him, but he denied it due to our relationship. I could have probably moved past this and talked through it. But then he tells me instead of seeing me that night, he needs to go see her to get drinks. He says he knows they're not meant to be together, but he hasn't been able to fully shut that door, and that seeing her will finally help close that chapter for him. I blew up when he told me. I ended things immediately and stormed off. I did come back after an hour so we could further discuss, which we did for quite a few hours. I told him how uncomfortable I am with him pretty much going on a date with a girl, and that it's unfair for him to expect me to wait around to be a second option. He says I'm not a second option, nor does he expect me to wait. This is a him thing, and he needs to do it for him. Now I could maybe try to move past all of this until he admitted to me yesterday that she stayed over. He is insistent there was nothing physical between them, but it's crappy either way. I do want to briefly add that I was in a 9-year relationship before this that ended in my partner cheating on me and leaving me for the other girl, which he does know because we have discussed our last relationships extensively. So this just is, I guess, opening those wounds again. I'm stuck in a pickle here. I know I don't deserve to be treated this way. I honestly feel really stupid even considering trying to work things out, but I guess my mind and heart just aren't aligning right this second. And cutting ties at 9 months wouldn't be that big of a deal, but good old feelings get in the way. Update. Although I did end things the other day, I just texted him to reiterate that we are done and wished him luck. I know I deserve better than someone who is unsure of me. A second update that is somewhat funny. He let her stay the night because they were both so drunk and he pissed in the bed. Thank you for listening to the Reddit Chronicles. Follow for more content.